Alright, I'm gonna call this one the elusive song ending because a lot of people actually ask me about dealing with the endings of songs, which does surprise me. And I do know I've had some clients that would spend, I mean, literally an hour on each song on the way it ended. And I say ended, that lasts like 2, 3 seconds of the song. Everybody's got their quirks, I guess. Well, I wanted to talk about how I handle mine these days. I used to go in and, well, let's hear it. You might hear a little distortion. I'm pushing the two bus a little bit too hard right now, but too bad. This song does call for a long ending like that. It does have a significant outro. It's a good rockin' ending. So that kind of makes sense here. We do have to get out somewhere, and I'm not going to leave it just like that. I almost always fade everything somehow. When I was young, well, I'm 32 now, but when I was back when in my day, I used to go in and I would actually go each track, do some kind of fade out business like that, and then find the other one and find another one. I'm really getting too old for that. I don't know if I care that much. I do deal with some guys who are very anal and don't want a cymbal decaying, but do want this decaying and all that, and that's one reason we charge by the hour. But in this case, here's what I do nowadays. And you guys who do the whole believe that like the hand, like you having a control surface where you gotta have your hand on a fader to mix and stuff. You might appreciate this a little bit because I'm doing something similar. I'm just doing it with the mouse because I'm nerdy enough to like that. Not everybody will. Okay, with Cubase, whenever I hit the right button for automation, the stereo out stuff pops up. Don't ask me why it's not there by default. That kind of pisses me off. But anyway, so if I hit play and do stuff to this two bus, it's all going to be recorded, and then I'll be able to play it back. So all I'm going to do is just back up the song a little bit, not for a little bit of context. Let's find out where I mean, not the vocal, but oh, there's an outro. So I'll listen a little bit of the outro riff, and then I'll just do what feels right with the mouse wheel or dragging or whatever I feel like. Nothing too critical here. And I'm gonna screw this up, and I don't care. But I just want to feel it out and see if I get anything cool. Here we go. Okay, I don't know if I did that what I wanted, but it was close enough. There was one guitar track that did cut out that I didn't love. It was kind of distracting, so we could just find wherever that was. Oh, I gotta remember to turn my right off because if I do any new automation with my mouse, it may conflict and override and do. I don't know. I don't understand the automation enough. I don't use it like that enough. But anyway, I got this crappy little curve here, so let's see where we are. Okay, now right there, an important gadget came out. See, this guy is a nothing. I don't know why he's in there. So he's just confusing the issue. There's a scratch track. Okay, so it's this dude that comes out. Now, I kind of like it to go pretty long there. I think I want a long one, that she said. So what I'm going to do is actually fade out uh, Captain Purple right here. That's his name right now. Just so that whenever he ends, it's not an abrupt wow, where'd he go kind of thing. Now, if he did anything cool in that part before the fade out, I may be missing that. So that's okay. Let's hear it. Okay, and the bass is doing some stupid stuff. Again, I came into this thinking, you know what, I'm not gonna care what really happens. I'm just gonna use the two bus, and here I am in just an individual track. So I'm just a big damn liar. Here we are. Now, other things I'm gonna do is I don't ever or almost never want to hear the junk at the end, like the real junk, with people saying talking or something type stuff. Um, and so I'll probably just go ahead and fade each one of these out individually, a little bit there and a little bit here. None of this I overthink too much, and I just listen. Again, I don't really care that much as long as we got the vibe of whatever. Some guys think there's a good ending. I don't really never heard one that I know of. So here we go. Okay, and so we need to be out before then, and so I'm gonna go ahead and I know where it drops off. I'm gonna move my automation over a little bit here. Okay, so I need to be out like maybe right there or something. Again, none of this is critical. And usually whenever you do the writing in Cubase, it'll draw a million different lines trying to get the resolution right. I don't usually care about any of that. We could probably just do something like this, some kind of linear thing, and it'd be okay. Okay, what's wrong with that? Okay, so I mean, I don't know if I know anything about song endings that makes me qualified to teach it because what's to know. But I do know I like starting with the stereo out. That particularly if we got a million tracks all fading, and you got, you know, when you have like a song with 70 tracks in it, which some bands do that to me. Um, when that occurs, it can be really, I mean, it might take 10 minutes to do something like each individual track, and a lot of times that's not worth it. So by just doing the stereo out method and doing it with my hands, I usually get something kind of different than if I just drew it. I don't have to think as much. I usually at least get 30% there, but sometimes I get a home run and 85% or even 100% there on the first try. So experiment with that whole automation business, writing it with a mouse or fader or whatever your bag is, and then just go back and fix whatever needs fixing. All right, guys, bye.